Hello again, everyone. It's Vince Forer here from TradingWinds.com, and this is our update for April 28th, 2024. Hope everyone's enjoying their weekend so far. Let's take a quick look at how last week finished off. As you can see on the right here, we did finish slightly in the green. Pretty decent day. There was a lot going on last week. Some big name earnings. Most notably Google and Microsoft that reported after the close on Thursday, which affected Friday's trade. You can see the Nasdaq here up 278 on that. But the key takeaway this week was the fact that we're still below the 20 here. So even though it was a fairly good week, a bounce back week, we didn't bounce back enough to change where we're at. The S&P 500 was up 50 points. Again, is right just under that 20. And the Dow, excuse me, up 153. But you can see the Dow's already had a turn at the 20 here, and so far has been unable to get above it. The Russell is just about to challenge it. So the week ahead is going to be very important. Not only is there a lot going on, which I'll get to in a moment, but this retest of the 20, we should know by the end of the week and probably early on in the week whether we are going to be able to break back above and resume this uptrend, or whether we get rejected here and continue moving lower. If we look at crude oil, it was up about 28 cents. It is also trying to get back above that 20, just sitting just underneath it. Gold has been hugging it. Look at that. It's still right there. It was up just about 5 points on Friday, but remains underneath it. Silver, same thing. So that's where we're at, is one big retest of the 20. That's what I should have named today's video. Look at the bond yields, slight pullback across the board, and the dollar sitting pretty much at 106 right there. So, that's a pretty bullish looking candle on Friday, but we're still sitting at that 106 level. So really no change overall for this week. Now, upcoming this week, there's a couple of big items. Number one, well, actually, let's go through the economic calendar, and then I'll get back to the charts and show you which charts and which levels you should be aware of. So on Monday, pretty quiet day for news. Same thing on Tuesday. We get a few, the Red Book report, we get house price index, Chicago PMI, a couple, but I don't think they're market movers. On Wednesday, however, we get a couple of things here. We get the usual MBA mortgage apps, but more importantly, the ADP employment numbers are out. Those are the private payroll numbers that come out before market open. And then in the afternoon around 2 p.m. Eastern, or right at 2 p.m., we get the Fed's decision on interest rates. That's going to be huge. That is going to be a huge one. And then Thursday, we get jobless claims, factory orders, total vehicle sales. But on Friday, we get the full employment report. So the main things here that you need to watch out for this week are the employment report, which is both the private payrolls on Wednesday and the full employment report on Friday, and more importantly, the Fed's decision on interest rates, 2 p.m. Eastern, Wednesday afternoon. In addition to that, huge earnings reports on top. Again, it's another big week for earnings. Two main tech stocks, Apple. All right, let's have a look at Apple. And Apple, sits right now just under that 20 here. Looks like it's about to get rejected, set up short again. But remember, the key level here is 165. If we break below 165, it is going to have a much easier time moving lower from here. Now, there's still some support in this area, no question, right? But we are now this close to being below the 20 on all three time frames. So this is going to be very, very crucial for Apple. Remember, keep an eye on that 165 level. And secondly, Amazon. Amazon's another big tech name with earnings. We sit just under the 20 here on the daily. If you look at the weekly, right, looks pretty good. Nice bounce off that 20. Very, very close to the all-time highs. Same with the monthly. We are right there, okay? So the key level to watch here is the highs. which I'm going to round up to 190. All right. If we can move north of the 190 after earnings, this should look pretty good for another run higher. Of course, if we get rejected here, we could be looking at a massive double top on the monthly time frame. So again, very interesting week, not only with news but earnings. And there's a slew of other big names reporting earnings, but Apple and Amazon are going to be front and center. Those are the ones to really keep an eye on.